Okay, hello everyone, good morning. So today we are going to conduct a debate practice with Science 2 here. So before we start our debate practice, we need to introduce ourselves first. Okay, let's go to the first team. For opening government team, we have...
My name is Kenji.
My name is Itul.
And then for the next one, for the opening opposition, we have...
My name is Franza.
My name is Cody.
And then the next one, for the closing team, for the closing government team, we have... My name is Amy. My name is Whitney. And the last one, the last team, we have we have closing opposition, we have...
My name is Latina. My name is Jessica.
Okay, so everyone, let's start our debate by inviting the first speaker of opening government. For the first speaker of opening government, time is yours.
I will begin my speech in 3, 2, 1. Our team stance is that we basically agree that these viral challenges, such as from Instagram and also TikTok, can cause more harm than good to many teenagers. We know that about 90% of our lives, especially for teenagers, social media takes up a big part of it. We use social media for basic things and even our daily activities, such as keeping up with our friends, acknowledging one another, and also creating connections through social media. Which is why I would like to explain furthermore about what these viral challenges are and why it can cause harm to many teenagers. These viral challenges are challenges that people upload online on social media platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, which garner views and engagement, which can gain popularity from other teenagers. However, these challenges may gain risks such as physical risks and also harm to their well-being and also their mental state. Because of these dangerous stunts and also pressure from teenagers seeking validation from one another, which is why our goals basically is that we hope that we can reduce these viral challenges, which doesn't mean that we would like to fully get rid of social media as a whole, since many teenagers still use it and there are still benefits to social media. However, it doesn't mean that there is an underlying problem from social media. So we hope that we can reduce and also minimize the use of social media, especially for many teenagers who aren't at the age requirement. Because of that, our main argument is that, first of all, social media from these viral challenges can cause many harms such as physical risks. Because dangerous stunts such as pushing our friends as a harmless prank and also splashing them with water might seem innocent. However, there is quite a big underlying problem that we haven't seen yet. Because of this, I would like to move on to my second argument, which is that it can ruin teenagers' well-being and also their mental state. We know that social media isn't that safe of a place for many teenagers to use, since there are many causes of cyberbullying and also discrimination online. Because of this, many teenagers might feel unsafe and also not want to use social media as a whole. However, from peer pressure, many teenagers might want to do things that they actually don't want to do, but they don't want to be excluded and they might want to gain views and engagement to gain popularity online. Because of this, it can lead to teenagers by getting them anxious, anxiety, scared to even post online at all, and also lead to cyberbullying, which isn't a good thing to have, especially at a young age, which is when teenagers are still like-minded individuals and haven't get or grasped the idea of how to deal with cyberbullying as a whole. Because of this, as a conclusion, our team hopes that we can reduce the amount of social media exposure that teenagers might have, especially in their early years of puberty, which can actually cause the environment and also have a safer environment for this digital place online. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your speech, the first speaker of opening government. You spent 3 minutes and 30 seconds to speak, and then let's continue to the next speaker. The first speaker of opening opposition, time is yours.
Social media does more harm than good to teenager. For me, that is a wrong statement. It was not fully caused by the social media platform itself. The social media platform is just providing the user to spread their ideas. In this globalization era, social media platform is important to help teenagers to learn and develop their creativity and idea. Teenager is the best time to learn and to categorize what is best for them. If the government said if social media cause more harm, for me that is a wrong statement because we know world news and everything about the world from social media itself. And some trend brings some positive effect. Even when the government banned the social media, the teenager will find a way to harm themselves even worse than following the trend from social media. And I want to ask to the government, how is cyberbullying become a viral challenge itself? Thank you.
Thank you so much for your speech. The first speaker of the opposition, you spent 2 minutes and 20 seconds to speak, and then let's continue to the next speaker. The second speaker of opening government. Time is yours.
I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. I agree that social media cause more harm than good. So as they mentioned, social media isn't the problem of causing harm in teenagers in this case. Instead, it's the person itself. But actually, I believe that people are influenced by social media itself. People will do something they shouldn't do that isn't their self. They go to like dangerous stunts and more, which is influenced by social media. And and as you mentioned, that the harm is caused by the person itself, but actually the person itself had done because of the influence of social media. It could cause them to harm their physical or mental health, which is crucial for people, mostly teens, which is still growing and hasn't seen the world clearly. And to answer your question, cyberbullying is caused by different opinions in social media, which cause cyberbullying and pressuring them in their place. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The second speaker of opening government, you spent 2 minutes and 20 seconds to speak, and then let's continue to the next one. The second speaker of opening opposition, time is yours.
I will begin my speech in 3, 2, 1. The social media influence are mostly caused by other people. In social media, you will find many other people who can change your mind or perspective over a situation. It is a matter of how you choose to use social media. Just what the other opposition said, if it is caused by social media, it is mostly caused by other people, not social media. Social media is just a way for other people to express their opinions on other things. If you are smart enough to control of how you use social media, there will be many benefits due to many other users too, which are also people. That is why social media isn't harmful. It's just a matter of finding the right people there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the second speaker of opening opposition. You spend 1 minute to speak. And then let's go to the next team. The first speaker of closing government. You can deliver your speech. Time is yours.
sih gini. Kan itu di sini. Di bawah. Apa ini? Tins. I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Before our new angle, let me quickly respond to the opening opposition. They said dangerous challenges are rare, but a single risky challenge can be watched millions of times and seen normal. This is not rare, it is highly visible and powerful. They also said viral challenges encourage creativity, but real creativity means coming up with your own ideas, not copying to others' dance or prank. When only popular trends get attention, original voice are ignored. That is forced conformity, not creativity. And they claim challenges are bring teens together. But what kind of togetherness is built on fear of missing out? If you don't join, you feel left out. But if you join, you feel you can fail and you became a joke. That is a stressful popularity contest, not a safety community. Opening government already covered physical injuries and mental health problems. We will now bring two deeper harms they did not have time for. The first one is the predatory algorithm, and the second one is decay to real-world friendships. First, the predatory algorithm, TikTok and Instagram are programmed to push the most extreme and shocking content to teenagers on purpose. Why? Because strong emotions like fear or excitement keep teens watching longer, and longer watch time means more ad money. The app study what each teen reacts to and feed them even riskier version. A silly prank can quickly lead to dangerous tears. The harm is not an accident, it is their business model. Opening government told you what damage happened. We are telling you why it keeps happening, a system that profits by pushing teens further every day. Second, the decay of real friendship. Viral challenges turn relationship into tools for views challenges, like prank your best friend until they cry. Train teenagers to use people they care about just for likes. Over time, teens start seeing friends as content, not as real people with feelings. Empathy gets weaker, then the first thought is, how can I film this? The damage stays even after the phone is put down, leaving a fake performance-based friendship instead of true human bond. Speaker hour extension changed the debate, even if the opposition downplays broken bones or anxiety, they cannot escape these 2 points. The harm is built into the system itself, and it destroys the most important things in a teenager life. Genuine friendship, this is bigger than any single challenges. I now hand over to Brittany, who will summarize why our side clearly wins.
Thank you so much for your speech. The first speaker of closing government you spent 3 minutes and 30 seconds to speak, and now let's go to the next speaker. The first speaker of closing opposition. You can deliver your speech. Time is yours.
I respect your opinion. However, they can get inspired from those challenges. It's very different from copying. Trends come in original ideas that get spread around and becomes viral. You say being FOMO is a problem. However, doesn't that mean you just confirm that the viral challenges itself isn't the problem, but the teens' feeling of fearing of losing out itself is the problem? So I would like to argue that firstly, viral trends and challenges do get many people's attention, both young and old. In a culinary point of view, many small business starts to grow when they try to sell what's trending. Let's take the trend Dubai chocolate. Many small business has started growing due to this trend. Small chocolate shops has started growing from when they started selling this item. Secondly, the spreading of cultural history. For this, I will take the new viral MV Arirang made by a famous boy band from Korea, BTS. This MV has sparked new trends like singing challenges and dancing challenges. Arirang music video itself has a deeper meaning as it roots back to an old Korean song that Korean soldiers sing during Korea's war with Japan. In my opinion, this challenge is very important as it shows old Korean history to other parts of the world. Thirdly, environmental awareness. Trend spread. Back in 2016, there was a famous trend that spread amongst people of all ages. It was called trash tag, the trend of cleaning up after an old dirty places and showing the before and after of the place. This has inspired many to start cleaning up after the environment, both young and old, teens and adults. So that is it for my argument. I will now pass it down to my teammate Jessica.
Okay, thank you so much for your speech. For first speaker of closing opposition, you spent 2 minutes and 10 seconds to speak, and then let's go to the next speaker, the second speaker of closing government. You can deliver your speech. Time is yours.
I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. First, I will protect our extension. The opposition might say that it can affect their social media using as a brand, but we don't use social media brand as a whole. We want to minimize the usage of social media for teenagers, so we don't break their mentality. And now let me simplify the whole debate into 3 big questions. On every question, the opposition may have answered, while the government gave clear and powerful responses. Question 1, are the harms small accidents or built into the system? The opposition wanted you to think that the harms are just a few mistakes, but we proved that the harm is systematic. The apps are built to make extreme challenges popular because that earns money. The harm is guaranteed by the very design of the system, and the opposition never explained why. If it's just a harmless fun, the apps keep pushing dangerous content. Question 2, do viral challenges create friendship or destroy it? The opposition talk about teens may connect globally, but we showed that when you always think about forming friends for content, the real friendship breaks down. Challenges like make your friend cry teach teens to treat people as objects. Our extension on friendship decay was never truly answered. How can a friendship survive when one person is always shooting the other for views? The community is shallow and based on likes. Ours is about deep, real-life trust. The harm clearly outweighs any temporary fun. Question 3. Who is truly responsible, teens or the platforms? We showed that when a platform uses the algorithm designed to hook young brains and push extreme content, the platforms hold the bigger responsibility. They profit from every risky views. You cannot blame a 14-year-old from being manipulated by a $1 million company. The government identified the real source of harm. The opposition never blamed the right actor, so their case falls apart. So let's bring this together. The opposition side could not separate the few fun trends from the structural damage. Our whole case, physical danger, mental pressure, and greedy algorithm, and ruined friendships, shows the harm outweighs any good. The balance clearly falls of harm, and I'm proud to propose that this House believe viral challenges do more harm than good to teenagers. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your speech. For the second speaker of closing government, you spent 3 minutes to speak, and then let's go to the next one. The last speaker, for the second speaker of closing opposition, you can deliver your speech. Time is yours.
I'll be speaking in 3, 2, 1. So first I want to rebuttal what Brittany said about the friendship breakdown because using friend as a few. Well, it might be bad using friend for a few, but it might help others. Friend to gain popularity isn't a really bad thing. The friendship breakdown itself causes by misunderstanding, not only about the trends. So for that, I want to summarize my conclusion about what my opposition team said. So first is, trends could help with cultural awareness and help with small startup business to get known better. Viral trends spread positive information quickly, and viral trends also strengthen social connection. This is because viral trends can send important messages, awareness campaigns, and educational content to reach most of teenagers within a short time. The government never really explained why this positive impact should be ignored when judging viral trends as a whole. We also saw that viral trends strengthen social connection. Viral challenges give teenagers shared experience with friends, classmates, and online communities. Government called this peer pressure, but they never proved that connection suddenly just become harmful just because it happens online. Other than that, it also brings environmental impact, and lens is only become negative when it is being misused. However, the trend itself can change people into having a better perspective. Next, I'm going to defend what my extension is. So first of all, trends could help with the introduction of cultural existence around us. Trends are not just about dangerous or extreme act, but much more than that. For example, the harmful photo shoot. This brings recognition for the Chinese culture. Other than that, this brings profit from tourists. Therefore, it also shows how trends support startup businesses, like what Levina had said. So next, it also brings environment impact. I would like to improvise on this one because, like it is explained before by Levina, trends such as trash tag, where people show the before and after place being clean, is a solid proof that trend can also be important and not just some dangerous or nonsense things to do. So here's the class thing in the debate. First, government asks you to focus on the probability of harm. We ask you to focus on what happened most of the time. Even if it's dangerous challenges, they're only a small part of a viral trend. In contrast, positive information and social connection happen every day and affect millions of teenagers. The benefits are not only more common, but they also reach far more people. Second, class is whether we should judge viral challenges by their worst example or by their overall effect. Government's entire case depends on a few extreme cases. But if we judge everything by its worst example, then almost every form of social media would be harmful. What matters is that the overall effect, and the overall effect that most teenagers use for viral trends is for entertainment, connection, and sharing information. Well, they showed that government case fall apart. They prove that harm exists, but they never prove that harm is the main result of viral trends. Opposition proved that the main result is the connection and the spread of positive information along with other benefits. Therefore, when we compare both sides, our benefits are more common, affect more people, and better represent in the experience of most teenagers. For those reasons, opposition wins this debate.
Okay.
Thank you.
So much for your speech. The second speaker of opposition, you spent 4 minutes to speak. Okay, so everyone, you did a really good today. Thank you for your hard work, and then I hope you can do better in the future.